question. What is your nationality? You don't know? Black African American. So in terms, you saying that God didn't choose you to be his child. Because we just read in the Bible that God chose Israel to be his child. But you call yourself a child of God, right? There's a disconnect there. Where's the disconnect? Isaiah 65 and 15. Let's see what the disconnect is, because you familiar with this right here? You're not familiar with slavery? You ever seen any slaves movies? You ever? How old are you? 17, right? You never seen this, right? Because what they got going on today in the schools is called critical race theory. They taking slavery out the schools so you can disconnect yourself with the Bible when this history is being taught to you. Because the Bible is going to show us why our name was taken from us, who took it from us, and why they took it from us. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 15.
You're a young man. You stay long enough, you're going to learn something, right? Because most of the older people, they don't want to learn this. Most of the young people don't want to learn this. That's your age. But you decide to come out here to hear the word of God. Now you have to learn something to take something away from it. Now read that.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
The Bible said the Israelites were going to leave their name for a curse. Now, this right here, if you did not know or not, Jamar, this is a curse that happened to our people, the children of Israel. Right here on this sign, these are the children of Israel today. God called us the Israelites, and he gave us 12 tribes, because Jacob had 12 sons. And of those 12 sons, he had 12 tribes. Those 12 tribes come millions of people. And those millions of people came in slavery by the way of slave ships. And they're still here in America today. And all over the world. You understand that, Jamal? Because you may not have heard this or read up on it, but you know from the effects of slavery today that this happened to your people. Because where you live at? Augusta, is it a good part of town? You don't live where violence at though, right? But did you take the bus over here? Do your counterparts have to take the bus? The ones that run Augusta, own half of Augusta, do they have to take the bus system? They don't have to take the bus system, right? Finish where you at.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen.
God said his chosen people going to leave their name for a curse, the Israelites. We're going to be no more called Israel, read.
For the Lord God shall slay thee, and call his servant by another name.
Like I asked you, you said that you'll call yourself Black African American today. God said we're going to call ourselves by what?
By another name.
That another name is American Black. Black African American. We can't read that in the Bible. But guess what? The Bible's about black people, Job 30 and verse 30. Because you never, like for instance, this picture right here, who is this? What Jesus look like? He black. But I asked you your nationality, then in the beginning I said God chose the Israelite. There still was a disconnect there, because you say in your mind that Jesus Christ is black, but you don't put yourself in this Bible just because you was disconnected from slavery. You ain't got into it enough, right? But let me show you this. Read that. Let me show you the Bible's about your forefathers. Because who wrote the Bible? A lot of people that were chosen by God, like your answer, bro. Let me see. They did know each other. Okay, it was cross-referencing about what? I'm going to show you again. Give me Isaiah 34:16. Read that first. Read that first. Read that.
Job chapter 30, verse 30. My skin.
My what?
My skin is black upon me.
My skin is black upon. This is Job in the Bible. He said his skin is black. Your skin black, Jamal? My skin black, right? But the people that taught us the Bible, taught us Christmas, taught us birthdays, taught us holidays, Valentine's Day, Easter, they white. But they portray that all the things they teach us is out the Bible. And it's not in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? See, Jamal, you said you learn all this. Where you learn all this stuff at?
I was really just, like, we talk on the Bible and stuff, and I ain't trying to include it. So I was learning to get the
So who taught you that? Don't nobody need to teach you nothing. Are we teaching you something right now? Did you know Job was black in the Bible? So who else black in the Bible? How you doing? You doing all right? So what I'm doing, showing this young man, he's 17. His name is Jamar, right? I'm showing him some history in the Bible. You believe in the Bible? Who is the Bible written to? Who is it written to? Because when God created the heaven and the earth, right? He created the heaven, the earth, the trees, the sun, the moon, everything that come with it. Then he put people on the earth. What did he call those people that he chose to rule the earth? No, he did not call the Egyptians, because the Egyptians were brought down to never rise again. Right? He brought them down so low, and in the Bible it said they were going to be the base of us all kingdom. They're going to never rise up again. Isaiah 44:1. Go back to Isaiah 44:1, because I just showed Jamal who is the chosen people. And I'm going to show you how old are you. Who is we? Black African Americans? Guess what? That's not our names. That's not our names, but I'm going to help you out. I'm going to show you. I'm going to help you out. Because you go to church?
Nah,
have you been to church before?
Yeah, I used to be raised in the church.
Okay, we all were raised in the church.
But I don't go lately.
That's good. Want to know why? Because you're disconnecting yourself from the brainwashing.
One thing about it, let me tell you one thing about the religion thing. I found out so many different denominations that each one believes that they right, but everybody else wrong, and we don't go along with what they put down.
Guess who created those religions that we are in today?
Teach!
Our slave master.
Right!
Jehovah's Witnesses created by the slave master. Seventh-day Adventists created by the slave master. The Baptist religion created by the slave master. Pentecostal, all these religions was created while we was in slavery. You understand that?
And all of them hate each other.
And guess what? The real religion of the Bible. All right, check this out. Read this real quick. Listen up.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, Israel, whom I have chosen.
So God didn't choose everybody on the face of the earth. God chose Israel. You understand that? So who is Israel today? Give me Deuteronomy 29:1, and then give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Let me show you what happened to the Israelites, Jamal, because I'm gonna connect you with some history that you didn't understand, right? Because you said you never heard of really look up on slavery too much, right? Because you don't want to see that, but I'm gonna show you why it's important for you to know that this history is very pertinent to you.
Right.
You too, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make.
Moses, you remember Moses, right? What Moses famous for?
Ten Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, and what else? Leaving who? Leading who? Who was his people? Who was his people?
The Israelites, the slaves.
The Israelites. But that's a disconnect. Even in that itself, that's a disconnect.
Right.
It's been altered and changed so much over the thousands of years.
Okay, but check this out. I want to go with what you
don't really know what to believe, because you believe what you've been told.
I want to go with what you just said.
You don't know better, you can do know better.
Listen, I want to go with what you just said. You said Moses was famous for leading his people out of Egypt. Who was his people? You keep saying Hebrew Israelite. I want you to speak what the Bible speak about.
Right.
I don't want you to say Hebrew Israelite, because that's not in the Bible. Right? Read that. Give me that. Read.
Got you. Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
His people was the children of Israel. Now let's see what happened to the children of Israel. Deuteronomy 28:15. Because when Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt, this is the first time God spoke to them as a nation. He gave them an ultimatum. He said, if you do what I tell you to do, you're going to be above all nations on the face of the earth. But if you go against what I tell you to do, this is going to happen to you. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses is telling the Israelite right here, it's going to happen. This is prophecy in the Bible.
Right.
Moses seeing in the future, he's saying this is going to happen to you, Israelites. If you choose to obey not God's voice. If you don't obey God's voice, this is going to happen to you. Read.
To observe, to do.
To do what?
All his commandments.
He said observe and to do all his commandments. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So the statutes are sub-laws, because you said Moses gave us the Big Ten, right? So there was sub-laws to go up on that, like, guess what? You shouldn't get tattoos. A man should not shave his beard off. A man should not bald his head. There should be no sodomy amongst the children of Israel.
Right.
Them are sub-laws. You should eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Them are laws that based under the 10.
Right.
Them are statutes. Read again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said curses are going to come upon the children of Israel because this is who he's talking to, right? He said, when we led y'all out of Egypt, God told me to tell you curses are going to come upon you for breaking his commandments.
Right.
What are some of these commandments we break today? Give me Exodus 20 and verse 1. What are some of these commandments we break today? Because I'm going to show y'all the curses of the breaking the commandments, and I'm going to show you what commandments we broke.
Right.
Give me a commandment we break today,
One that lying for one.
Lying for one. What about you, Jamal? Thou shalt not kill. That's big in our community. Lying and thou shalt not kill in our community, right?
Race anyway.
And we're going to read those. Let me show you one more. Let me show you the top one. Let me show you the first one. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So God brought the Israelites out of slavery. That's what bondage means. God brought us out of slavery just like he's going to do again today. In these times, God looking to bring us out of slavery again, but guess what we got to do?
Right.
Keep his commandments.
Jeez.
Right? Now we're reading the commandments, one of the commandments that we break today. Read that. Because keep in mind, it said, we shall go into curses if we break God's commandments. Now let's see one of the curses we broke. One of the commandments we broke. Read.
Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Jamal, what that mean? No other gods but him. What you say, huh? Worship.
No, back in the day, they worshiped statues and stupid things. So that was one of the
So they worship other gods, other idols, other images, right? Now, for instance, let me show y'all an image that was forced upon us to worship in slavery. You see this right here? This is the other God that we worship as a people. You understand that? This is why we in sin today. This is why our grandmothers, our aunties, our mamas, our cousins right here sin there because they believe on white Jesus. And that's not in the Bible. You understand that?
And our world, he wasn't really.
Everybody know that of all people. But
I learned that late.
You learned late, but guess what? When we learned that, we stopped right there. We said Jesus Christ was a black man. We didn't ask nobody to prove it to us.
Every group of people that's in power, they can force what they believe on the people.
But guess what? Guess who chose that to happen to us? We did. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Listen up. I want to show you why it happened to us. Why we was made to serve this God. Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass if you, us, the Israelites, read, will do what? Will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So, how you doing, sir? He said, if the Israelite was not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, then this was going to happen to us. Read.
To observe, to do.
To what?
To do all his commandments and his statutes.
The commandment who's just reading, thou shalt have no other God. That's the reason why this stuff happened to us. That's the reason why we were made to force to serve slavery with hard bondage. Read.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
So it's a curse for us to worship this guy right here. It's a curse for us to lie and steal and kill to each other. Right? That's a curse. Because we kill each other more than the KKK do. They ain't got to kill us no more. We kill each other.
They started the rules, 500 years ago. As long as they can keep us fighting among ourselves, they ain't got to worry about it.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What is worship?
What you believe, what you think, or what you believe in.
What you think and what you believe in, right? So in other words, it'll be a form of acts that come behind it, right?
You always act by what you believe and what you think.
So the thing is, a lot of us think that we're not serving this white image no more, but our actions tell us that we are. You see that? Because what are some actions that came behind this image right here?
There's another thing. It always comes down to capitalism. It's about survival. People that are trying to survive in one way, they are more along some things.
Got it.
Normally they wouldn't if they had. Oh man,
it was forced. It was forced on us. You are absolutely correct. Guess what? It was forced upon us. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. It was forced upon us. Verse 48. Watch this. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord sent our enemies against us. Why?
Didn't believe.
Because what?
Didn't believe in him.
We didn't believe. Verse 46, 7.
Verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Because we despised God. We hated God. We did not want to serve God anymore.
Right.
So therefore he sent our enemies against us
Right.
for breaking his commandments. For breaking his commandments. Verse 48.
Verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So, since we didn't want to serve God, we was going to have to start serving our enemies.
Right.
Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee
So the Lord sent them against us. Read.
in hunger.
And hunger. When we want something to eat, guess what? Well, who we got to go to? Who we got to go to?
So found that. You got it?
When we hungry, who we got to go to? Our enemies.
Right.
We don't own McDonald's. We don't own Burger King. We're not in that franchise.
The system goes back a lot further than that.
The system go back what?
The system put in place so long ago. You know,
What?
You know, everybody thinks they got the
Listen.
right idea about what it's all about. But when it comes down to it, it's about survival, man.
What did we just read? This is survival. We're giving you the survival kit right here. The survival kit is documented right here in the Bible. Guess what? How do we get into this condition?
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody got to believe in something. Everybody got a right to believe what they want to believe. But, you know,
Guess what? That mindset comes behind this devil right here.
That's right.
Like I just asked you, what is worship, right?
If you ain't been taught no better, you don't know no better.
That's what you think we're up here doing. We're teaching right now. We're teaching. We're pulling down all the strongholds
I'm
that
67,
was.
I'm 67 years old. I don't make some mistakes. Don't do anything.
Right.
Down to it. When you are born and raised in a system, by the time you figure out what's going on, you don't know what's going on.
Right. So my question is, yeah. So how do we get in this condition that we're in now? Because you said it dates all the way back.
Some of us were born in it. They had no choice.
You're absolutely correct. Some of us was born into it. So how did us collectively, as a nation of people, get into this condition? How did we, as a nation of people, allow this to happen to us?
Because wasn't no unity among us. And one thing,
You said it wasn't no unity?
the largest tribe and the little tribe that have to serve their own brothers to interest.
Hold on. You said something. I'm about to show you something.
I'm just being real,
You
man.
said, say it again.
The largest powerful tribe of Africa. They don't sold their brothers interstate.
So my brother said that the tribes in Africa sold their brothers into slavery, correct? Watch this. I'm going to show you. In other words, you're saying Africans sold Africans, right? That's what you're saying, right? That's not true. The Africans sold the children of Israel. Watch this. Hold on. I'm gonna read it to you in the
I have heard it
Bible.
all.
I'm going to read it to you in the
You're
Bible.
entitled to believe what you want. The largest powerful tribe. Give us a war.
This is the mindset. How many forms of Asians is it? It's Chinese. It's Japanese and Chinese. They both Asians, right? But there's different sects, correct? The same thing with us and the Hamites. The children of Israel, we're dark-skinned, and the Africans, they're dark-skinned. It's two different dark-skinned nations. Get the Zonovan Comeback Bible Dictionary and get Ham.
Hold on.
Read that, Joel chapter 3.
Joel chapter 3, verse 3.
Guess what? We're going to read it in the Bible, and we're also going to go to the Bible dictionary and read it for you.
Right.
Read that.
Joel chapter 3.
You can read the first line. Everybody's interpretation of the same verse about it.
Hold on. This ain't no private interpretation. We're reading. Hey, you got to hear this too, young bro. I'm going to read it real quick. Read that.
Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
The issue is we don't. Y'all paying attention? You paying attention? Read that part again. Oh, yay.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon are African tribes. Those are nations right there, right? Those come from the Hamitic nation, which are the Africans. This is in the Bible. Read. You said what?
12 original tribes.
What's the 12 original tribes?
I don't know the name of all right now.
The 12 tribes are the children of Israel. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Go right there. I don't know.
That's us. That's us. We are not the Hamites. We are not Ham. We are not the Africans. The Africans sold us, and we're reading it because it's documented right here in the Bible. That they was going to sell the children of Israel to the Caucasians. It's right here. Read.
And all the coast of Palestine.
So the African tribes, the Africans got with the Palestinians, got with the Arabs, and did what?
Hey, I wish I had time.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem,
The northern and southern kingdom of the children of Israel. The southern kingdom are the dark tribes. Benjamin, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the American blacks, the West Indians, and the Haitians.
Right.
We are the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom consists of the Hispanics and Native Americans.
Right.
Read.
have ye sold unto the Grecians.
So the Hamitic nations, the Africans, sold the children of Israel to who?
The Grecians.
Who are the Greeks? Who are the Greeks? Who are the Romans? They the same nation of people. Who are the Americans?
Right.
They the same nation of people. It's just a different kingdom that they're ruling in.
That's right.
At that time, they was the Greeks. Then they changed. When you read the Bible, they changed them. They changed from being the Greeks to the Romans.
That's right.
You see that? From the Romans to what? To Americans. To Caucasians. The Africans sold the children of Israel into slavery. Africans didn't sell Africans.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.